It is the 12th day of the second month. It is time for the Keys to Life. And when I say Keys to Life, you say, wow. Wow. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me try that again. It's two parts. I say something, then you say something. Your guy, I know we forget sometimes. It happens. Let's just try it again. I'm gonna reel it back, and I'm gonna send it right on out. I say keys to life. You say. Keys to life. I say keys to life. You say. Keys to life. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Much better. Number one. You can be what you need to be. You can be what you need to be. Sounds simple and then sounds hard at the same time. Because a lot of us don't even know what we need to be. But some of us do, and we look at it as if it's not possible. We look at it as it's just an idea. It sounds good, but how can I possibly be what I need to be when I need it? The thing about it is, most of us discount ourselves from the beginning. You need to get up early in the morning? I'm not a morning person. You need to stay up late at night? I'm not a night person. You need to be cheerful? I'm not an extrovert. I need to be quiet? I love to talk. You just cut it off. No matter what, whatever the thing you need to do to accomplish what you need to accomplish, you just say, that's not who I am. You need to apologize? It wasn't me. It's not me, it's them. It's not, what did you have a part in? What we have to do, we have to understand is that a lot of times in life, you have to learn, I can't just cut off and say, that's not me. God created you to be moldable. He created you to be one that could change, just like that. Matter of fact, he gives you the choice that none of us really want. We want it when we want it, and when we don't, we don't. We got one God to make us to be able to just do everything he said. Why don't God just allow me to just make it easy and just make it? That's not how he works. He wants you to be able to adapt. He wants you to be able to change. He wants you to be able to mold yourself. He wants you to be able to grow. He wants you to be able to learn. And in all those things, you say, well, God, I'm shy. Well, Moses said the same thing. If you look at the story, he talks about how he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. But you only hear that Aaron was only helpful. Moses still did what he needed to do. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that you have to learn how to stop taking the real quick route. That ain't me. I can't do that. That's not going to work. I can't. You have too many things that you put against yourself, and so you don't achieve, you don't accomplish, you don't work, you don't practice, and so you don't become. One of the things that you'll see, and most people, I don't have no idea why some people did not know that I was shy, always been an introvert, never really liked to talk to people, still don't really care to talk to that many people. That doesn't mean I don't love you. That doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means that I do well by myself. Like, you could be like, you have cabin fever? I don't get cabin fever. I'm good. You did not see me for like 3 years, and they were like, hey, how you doing? I'm just fine, thank you. But what I learned to do was to put the shy stuff on the shelf. I learned to put the introvert on the shelf and step out and say, this is what I have to do. This is what I need to do. This is what's necessary so that I can get the job done. So I don't do it just here, but if I'm at work and wherever I'm at and what I'm doing, hey, how are you? Oh, I love that shirt. Yes, blah, 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 and more of that and this, that, and the other. And then when I can turn it off, I just go back to my business. So it's not about what I can't do. So whenever you say I can't do it, you're just saying that as your excuse. You can. You can be anything you want to be. You can have anything you want to have. You can do whatever you want to do. It's just the fact that you have not put enough time, enough hours, enough strength, enough fervor. You have not put out enough energy in that thing to accomplish what you want to accomplish. You can count your age as an excuse. You can count whatever you want to count. But if you want to do it, or if you need to do it, you can accomplish it. You just have to decide, prepare, and know that you're in control. The more you practice, the better you get. It's just a matter of consistently doing this every day. I choose to be good at this. I choose to come out of my shell. I choose to work on this. I choose to apologize when I'm wrong. I choose to get myself together. I choose not to always take the exit and sometimes go the long route. I choose to do it this way. It's a choice. And one of the things that we miss every day, and as I switch to the next point and the next thing, is that every day you have to make a choice. Whether you stand for God, what your character is, what your integrity is, what your morals are. Will you lie for a certain situation, or will you just be like, it is what it is? I did this. That's what it is. Every day. I apologize. I was just wrong. It's better that people respect you. And one of the things that you will ever notice, matter of fact, and this, I'm trying to get you to grasp, I'm trying to get you to understand that God sees your heart and he's expecting something different. He doesn't want to change you himself. He wants you to change because of him. And so because you have the choice, one of the things you ever see, you're like, well, when are we going to do communion? Don't worry, we're going to do communion. I just want you to have something in your mind to understand that it's not just a thing we do, but it matters how I do it. It matters because if I'm not right, I'll let it pass. And you can look at me how you want to look at me. You just go ahead, I'll just pass this over here. I'm cool. Not right now, because it's not ready for me right now. I'm not ready for it right now. Then God can say, that's my son. Then God can say, I can respect that. He doesn't want you to play the game. The mental gymnastics, the emotional situation of, well, I won't take it, God. You know my heart. Yes, he knows your heart, so you might want to fix that. Work on it. Get yourself together and make certain choices that would be respectable, that would show your character, your integrity, and your morals. We look at everything and we sometimes kind of miss over and say, well, that's not sin. It kind of is. You're showing who you are. If you're going to represent him in every single way. So let's move to the next part. It's not a weight. It's not a sin, it's a weight. That's my point. It's not a sin, it's a weight. It's not a sin, it's a weight. And the Bible tells you that you're supposed to lay aside what? Every weight and sin. Well, let's look at the differences. The sin, we all know the sins. But the weight is what gets you to the sin. It's like when the Bible says to be angry, but to sin not. All right, so you know that your anger is going to start to boil. You know it's going to take you somewhere. So if you're going to be angry, he tells you not to sin. But what you have to learn is how to or to push out or to press out to distribute the anger so that it no longer is anger. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is there are some sins that before you get to the sin, you get the idea of making a text message, you get the idea of saying what you need to say, you get the idea of going into a certain place, and you're like, that's not a sin. If it's going to take you there, then you should probably leave it alone. So what I need you to understand is that the first thing is that I have to acknowledge what's a weight in my life. What is the weight in my life? What is the thing that takes me to the sin? And that might take you a minute to figure out what takes you to the sin. I know when conversations get to a certain place, I'm like, ooh, okay, we can stop now. They're like, no, we're going to talk about it. No, we not. We're going to stop right here, right now. Because I see where this is going. And you want to press that button. I don't want you to press it. So therefore, I can't let you press it. I'd rather walk out the door. I'd rather go somewhere. We can't do it because once I get there, now I'm just wrong. And if I know I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm here now. So therefore, I don't need to get there. So there's a trip. Before you get there, before you get to there, there's some warnings. There's some your spidey senses going on. You see that it's getting wet. You don't want to go into just stop yourself. What is the thing that's not a sin that's going to take you to the sin? Figure it out. Figure that out and stop there. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care how you got to do it. Be like, I don't go there no more. They be like, why you don't go there? That ain't no sin. No, it's not sin. It's weight. They're like, I don't want to have to explain everything to you, but I just don't. I choose not. I'm sorry. I choose not. I choose not to say those things. I choose not to go that place. I choose not to, because it's going to take me to where I don't need to be. Now, I might like that place. Here's the second part of that. You need to know that you like that place. There's a part of you were born in sin, space, shape, and iniquity. Let me explain something to you. Being overly emotional, lying, cursing, whatever it is, there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I do that really well. I curse really well. I do this really well. I do that. But doesn't mean that you, so therefore, part of you that likes it needs to die. Can't die if you're still holding to it. Or you're holding on to the thing that's holding on to it. So I need to see that. And most people just don't want to take the time to say, hey, you know what? Doing this takes me there, and this takes me there, and therefore, once I'm there, I'm going to do it. So I don't. Know your limits. And don't let anybody, here's the key, be strong enough of a person, no matter what age you are, to not let people bully you into going somewhere you shouldn't be. Be strong enough of a husband, of a wife, of a friend, of a child, no matter what you are. You not gonna go? No. Give them the same face they give you, you give back to them. I can do that too. We can all do it, but I'm not doing it. You understand? Like, so you have to, like, in real conversation, I need to make this as clear as I possibly can, because some of us are falling for the same tricks every time. Because we worried about what somebody thinks or what somebody say, or our own person, our own pride. And your pride will get you into some stuff that now you need God to get you out of. And God is like, I didn't do that. He said, I'll pick you up when you fall. Take the L. And you're like, but I don't want to take the L. But you put yourself out there on the ledge. What do you expect? You don't think you don't get no scars from that? Oh, he's the God that's supposed to save you and keep you from the scars. Yeah. That's not how that works. You're going to get some scars. You're going to take an L. It's going to hurt too. But you don't want to deal with it, so don't go in it. Anyway, the more you practice, the more you get better. You have to be strong enough to walk away from the weight. And if you walk away from the weight, you'll respect yourself, and people will learn to respect you. They may not say it. They may never say it, but they will look at you differently. And you got to be able to figure out when that's going to happen, how that's going to happen. Last thing, and I believe I said this before, but I want to say it again and give you another part to it. God is enough if you don't give up. God is enough if you don't give up. The key to it is, and this is the difference of what I didn't say last time and what I want to say now, is that God is enough, but it won't feel like it. It won't feel like God is enough. It won't feel like you can make it. It won't feel like you can accomplish it. You won't feel like you can get it done. But we are workers together, what? With God. You can achieve it. But I hate when people just give you all the wonderful, happy news, and then you go out and be like, it didn't work. No, it will not feel like you're going to get it done. It will not feel like you cannot say no. It will not feel they pushing on you. You going, and the next thing you know, you saying your mom and your father and everybody in your family and this, and that, and that, and this, and this, and it. It won't feel like you can make it, but you can. And I need you to know from the door that you will think about just saying, okay, it's cool. I don't need to do this, but you do. And I don't mean just in a conversation. I mean in being healthy. I mean in living the life that God called you to live, going against certain things that people are telling you to do. If God said you can make it, why in the world would you let anybody else or anything? I know you ended up going to the hospital again. Keep trying. Keep pushing. Keep living. It's not for this faith is not for lazy people. It's not for people that give up. It's for people that are strong. For most people think this is a lackadaisical faith. It's not. They believe that it's like, oh, it's for the hypocrites. It's not. The thing about it is you keep flipping back and forth because you're tired. You flipping back. Yeah, it looks hypocritical because I said I'll do this and then I do this, because in between saying I do this and doing this, I keep running into a wall. And my face is tired of hitting the wall. So you're tired of failing. You can actually accomplish it if you don't give up. God is more than enough, but you have to keep on moving. One of the things they'll tell you, and they play football, and they look at the running back every time you see him tonight running back that gets the most yards is the one that when he gets hit, he keeps what? Moving his feet. Amen. As long as he keeps moving his feet, he's going to gain something. When he stops moving his feet, it's over. Wherever he got is wherever he got. But he keep moving his feet, even after the hit, and he keep moving, and he do that turn, and he keep what? Moving his feet. You got to keep moving your feet. This is not for the weak. This book, this belief, this is not for someone that is just like, oh yeah, I want to join that. You join something else. Knowing who the God that I serve is, it is not easy. But it always is, and will always be worth it. Since you're here, and since you signed up, and there is no release ticket off of it, you might as well get in and get to the top of it. And those are the keys to life.